This is the ultimate guide for boosting PS4 FPS to give you higher, more stable frame rates, fix all FPS drops, and greatly improve the performance across your entire PS4 system. I'm going to be showing you every single tip there is to get better FPS on every version of the PS4. Let's do this. Tip number 1 is to clear out your capture gallery. Having a very large capture gallery on PS4 can actually lead to a lot of issues, one of those being FPS drops within games. So go to your capture gallery on your PS4 and delete all the old clips and images you don't really care about anymore. If you do want to keep any of them saved, then you can actually just transfer them to a USB device by clicking options before you delete them from the console. Tip number 2 is to rebuild the database. The PS4 runs on a hard disk drive, which means files can become scattered, difficult to read, and therefore slowing down other parts of the PS4, which can lead to lower frame rates. To defragment the PS4's hard drive and fix this, and ensure best possible performance, first turn off your PS4, then hold down the power button on the physical console until you do hear a second beep and the PS4 tells you to plug in your controller. Plug your controller in and then go down to option 5, rebuild database. This is very safe to do and you won't lose any data. Tip number 3 is to change your PS4 background to solid black. On your PS4, go to a web browser and then search for black 1920 by 1080 on images. Then choose an image, go full screen by pressing square and screenshot it. Now go to your PS4 settings, then themes, then set a custom image and select the black image. Having this means your console isn't also trying to render in that cool PS4 theme you might have set whilst playing a game. So it does allow for the console to put more power into actually running the games you're playing, thus leading to higher frame rates. Tip number 4 is to disable notifications. When notifications pop up, that is using some of the console's power, so it could cause frame rate drops. To completely stop this, go to settings, notifications, and then disable pop-up notifications. If you still want to see invites and messages though, then you can customize which notifications are disabled and enabled, and also choose which of your friends you want to receive notifications for when they come online. Tip number 5 is to optimize the share feature settings for best performance. The PS4 is always recording and unfortunately there is no way to stop this. However, you can reduce the length of each clip to as low as 30 seconds, which can really help performance. If you are on a PS4 Pro, you can also lower the resolution. Also in the share settings menu, you can stop the PS4 from screenshotting when you win a trophy, just to stop another background process. Only 2.2% of you are subscribed, and I'd really like for us to try and get that number up. So if this video does help you out and you want more PlayStation advice and discussions, then please consider hitting that red subscribe button and also enable all notifications. Tip number 6 is to limit the number of items on the home screen. On your PS4, go to settings, then system, and you should see this option. Enable it and that means your home screen will not only be a lot tidier, but it's also less for your PS4 to have to process and load in. If games have left the home screen from you doing this, then you can just load them up via your library. Tip number 7 is to clean your PS4 properly and also replace the thermal paste. If you've owned your PS4 more than 2 years or store it in an enclosed area, then I highly recommend you properly clean it out using some canned air to remove all the dust. If you have had it over 5 years or it just gets really loud, then also replace the thermal paste. I'll link some professional guides to doing this in the description. It's possible your console is getting too hot so it's restricting its own performance, so cleaning it and replacing the thermal paste should stop this thermal throttling and you should see a huge performance boost. Tip number 8 is to delete games you never play. Having more storage on your PS4 allows the files to be found faster and therefore allows the data to be loaded faster from the GPU and CPU, enabling better performance. Go to system, then storage and delete all of the games you don't really play much. Some games such as Modern Warfare also allow you to delete particular modes via the in-game options, so that can really help when you're trying to free up some storage space. Tip number 9 is for you to pause all your updates or game downloads whilst you are playing, especially if they are in the copying process. Downloading, copying and installing files does use the PS4's CPU a lot, so to squeeze some extra performance out of your console, go to your notifications, then downloads, and pause any updates or game downloads that are currently in progress. Tip number 10, reduce your PS4's resolution. If your PS4 is rendering everything in at a lower resolution, then that creates a lot more potential for better performance, which can increase frame rates. To lower the resolution, go to your sound and screen settings, then video output settings and choose a lower resolution. Tip number 11 does only apply to PS4 Pro users, but if you do own a Pro model, then go into your settings, then system settings and enable boost mode. This is going to allow for higher frame rates and also better textures across most of your games, so it is essential that you do this if you do own the PS4 Pro. Tip number 12 is to stand your PS4 vertically in a cool open area. The PS4 does seem to cool a lot better when it is stood up using the official stand, so I will link the official PlayStation 4 stand from Sony in the description below. And this does mean that it won't be restricting itself from performance if it's going to be getting too hot. Make sure wherever you do have your PS4 that it is in a cool, clean area with a fair bit of room between it and any objects if you want the quietest possible machine and also the best performance from your PlayStation 4. I also recommend dusting it quite frequently just to avoid any possible dust getting into the machine and causing issues such as thermal throttling. Now I'm going to give you a few bonus tips which do not directly affect the FPS, but they can really help make it seem as though the game is running much smoother and reduce your input delay. The first bonus tip is to enable game mode on your TV or just turn off all of the effects that your TV or monitor is applying to the screen. If your TV or monitor is trying to add a load of effects to the image on screen, then this can cause a higher response time. So to lower this, turn off all of these effects in your TV settings or enable game mode if your display does support that. For the second bonus tip, I recommend you play your games off of an external SSD, or you can actually replace the internal drive with an SSD as well. An SSD is a lot faster than a hard drive, so if you run the PS4 software and games off of that, streaming assets and textures will be a lot easier, meaning games will feel much more interactive and responsive, and the entire system is going to be running a lot better. Bonus tip number 3 is to use a cable to plug your controller directly into the PS4. Once you've connected your controller with a cable, go to your settings, then devices, and then change your communication method to the USB cable option. Do make sure that the controller is plugged directly into the PS4 and not into an external USB hub. The fourth bonus tip is to lower your ping for online gaming. Having a lower ping means you have less input delay, so it can make the game feel a lot nicer to play. I do have a video dedicated to increasing PS4 internet speed and also lowering ping, so to learn how to do this, click the card on screen now. If you want to learn how to game share on PS4 properly, so that you and your friends can get each other's games and play them at the same time, then click the video on screen now. If this video did help you out and you do want to see more PlayStation guides and discussions, then please also consider subscribing and also leave a like on the video. I do respond to every single comment I get, so if you want to ask anything then please do so. Anyway, that's all from me in this video and I'll see you in the next one.